All right, we're gonna get started here. So you're seeing a CSV file. We've actually got two of them. So I'll try to talk about some of the features here, but essentially the use case we're working with today involves some sales data in one CSV. You know, this can come from any system, a proprietary system, something that somebody manually puts together, or an export from some product that your team uses to process sales orders. We've got a bunch of details in here that we're interested in from a GL perspective. We've got the sale amount, how much that sale was discounted, the product that was involved, as well as the actual net sale and any sales tax associated with it. And then we have a second file that we've gotten in the same day from the same system of just the payments. These could have been payments on those sales. They could have been payments from sales from a previous day. But we've got the payment method, the transaction amount, and any fees associated with those payments. This also includes refunds and a few other things. So lots of information between these two files. And essentially what we're going to do is we're just going to come in and upload both of these files. So I'm going to select them both. And while that processes, I'll talk about how this works for your team. We would sit down for a very quick engagement to understand the files that your team works with on a daily, weekly, monthly basis, and essentially build out the steps necessary. So we have already the steps defined, but the rules are kind of up to you, whether you want to summarize a certain column and put that as a particular row, whether you want to summarize, sales by item, but then you want to summarize sales tax by, the location or the entity or whatever that might be, and put those on separate lines. And then we come up with the mappings, these item IDs map to these other item IDs, or we do some sort of lookup in Intacct. All of those features are kind of built into the tool. And what we need to do is just glean that information from your team. So that should be processed over here. I'm going to switch over to Intacct, and this is our demo account. I'll refresh our general journal transactions. And we've got two drafted journal entries now. So one of them on 9/11 and one on 9/18. And as you can see, we also have the ability to split out by date. So if you get weekly files and you just need to dump a whole week in there, but you still want to break it out by day, that's definitely possible. So again, let's switch back over to Intacct and we'll take a look at these real briefly. This one should be a little smaller, but we have, cash summarized transactions. We've got revenue, cost of goods sold, taxes, etc. And then in our other file for September 18th, similar story, a little bit more information. It was a longer file. Again, this is summarized. Summary isn't always the name of the game. We can push things as detailed entries. We just need to send it through that mapping exercise. Pretty much sums it up. Lots of flexibility here. We build it customized to the CSV files that you have. So even if they're kind of a mess and they need to be cleaned up along the way, we can help with that.